The Russian Tu-22M3 bomber, a carrier of X-22 cruise missiles that Russia uses to kill Ukrainians, has crashed in the Cheremkovsky district of the Irkutsk region in Russia. Residents of the village of Mikhailovka told reporters that the fighter jet caught fire before crashing near the settlement. According to preliminary reports, the Tu-22M bomber took off from the Belaya Air Base in the nearby Usolsky district of the Irkutsk region. The crew ejected. Their lives are not in danger. The aircraft crashed in a desolate area. There is no destruction on the ground. According to preliminary data, a technical fault is behind the crash. The Russian Ministry of Defense said in a statement, Russia's Tu-22M3 bomber, which attacked Ukraine overnight into April 19th, was shot down at a distance of about 300 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. This was the result of a special operation carried out by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry's main intelligence directorate in cooperation with the Ukrainian Air Force. Another large Russian group of 30 people surrendered in Kursk. Before that, Ukrainian special forces captured a whole company with 103 Russian soldiers. Amazing. We don't know what is going on with the Russian army, but it's falling to pieces.
Есть. Легендарное видео, блядь, как килийцы берут, нахуй, 30 пидоров в плен, нахуй. Это пиздец, вы это запомните на всю жизнь, блядь, ребята, нахуй. Контроль! Контроль! Не спешим под одну шереночку идем! Аккуратно! Не боимся, ничего не...
And while a lot of them is captured, Ukrainian HIMARS hit the command post of the Akhmat battalion in the Kursk region. No TikTok, guys. It's a real war here. Hundreds of Russians who have refused to fight for various reasons, age, sickness, mental health, are reported to have been taken from a military base where they were being held and flown to Kursk, where they will likely be used in efforts to repel Ukraine's incursion. Astra reports that hundreds of refuseniks have been held at Kamenka near St. Petersburg, where the 138th Separate Motorized Rifle Brigade is based. Relatives say that some are unfit to fight. One man is 70 years old and can barely walk, and another has only one eye. The existence of the Kamenka military detention facility does not seem to have been reported previously. It suggests that different regimes are in place in Russia and occupied Ukraine, where refuseniks have been tortured, beaten, and starved. According to relatives, on 12th of August at about 6 p.m., they received a message from the men who were there that they had been suddenly called to line up, and then, without any explanation, they were put in Kamaz trucks and taken to a military airfield under guard. Two groups of around 300 people and 150 people respectively were reportedly driven away from Kamenka. The latter group ended up at a military training ground 7 kilometers from Kursk. They took them, grabbed them like a parcel, put them in, and took them away, the relatives say. The men's wives are afraid that the army will throw them onto the front line like meat because they are not registering anything. They are not saying anything. Everything is quiet. One man who was undergoing psychiatric treatment after fighting in the war told his mother that the army was now dressing them, giving them an assault rifle and most likely sending them into battle. She worries that if God forbid he has an explosion in his head and shoots someone, who will be to blame for this? The men were not told where they were going. As Comrade Colonel said, The center in Kamenka is being disbanded, but he does not know where they are being taken, a source told Astra. Around 20 of the refuseniks are said to have escaped on the way. It's not clear what will happen to them. Another 10 men flatly refused to board the buses and are reportedly being threatened with being sent to a pre-trial detention center. The husband of one woman called her and told her that he and his companions were just given assault rifles, changed into uniforms, and sent to an unknown location. He says that about 20 servicemen managed to escape. No one was really looking for them. Like many of the convict soldiers who were sent to Ukraine in 2023, it appears that the refuseniks have become ghost soldiers. It's likely that Russia's abrupt use of these men indicates a severe shortage of reserves in the Kursk region. This appears to be forcing the Russian army to use whatever manpower it can find, no matter how unsuitable it may be. I came here to kill. My unit was told to go forward, shoot, and kill. I did what I was told. But it all depends on Putin. He gives orders. My personal attitude to the Ukrainian people? None. I just don't have any attitude. I was given orders, I killed and shooted. If they say don't shoot, I won't shoot. One young guy refused to go. They just shot him, that's it. Vitaly Zufar-Galievich Mirazov, a Russian soldier from the Russian Army's 57th Storm-Vi Division, was captured. He said that he had no questions for the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of Russia. He went to fight and signed a contract voluntarily.
Виталий Зуфар-Галиевич родился 2 февраля 1987 года. 57-я дивизия, сидел в тюрьме, но шел к своим, попал в плен. Смерть, там все вот это, мины, взрывы были рядом со мной, меня контузило, я в лесополосе скрывался, у меня вот минометы и все летело, рядом падало, у меня страх, у меня просто я не хочу больше воевать, хочу жить. Но у меня, как верховному главнокомандующему, нет никаких вопросов. Я по своей пошел, подписал контракт с лагерем.
Чего больше всего боялись на войне?
Смерть, потому что, на что я прошел там, везде по окопам, да что, везде, трупы обгорелые, там все разорвано, штурмовая же. Но мне вот сказали, я иду вперед просто. Война это ничего не дает русскому народу.
Это зачем это делать?
Это же как его, все зависит же от этого, от Путина. Он же указания дает. Как пришел, убивать, получается так же. Вот моя подразделение сказали, вот идти вперед, убивать, кто не стоял.
Какое ваше личное отношение к Украине и украинцам?
Мое личное? У меня никакого. Если честно скажу, у меня никакого. Мне указания дали, просто я стреляю. Скажут не стреляй, я не буду стрелять. Один, просто, молодой отказался, идти, лег там весь в полосе, отказался. Его просто застрелили. Я-то подписал вот этот контракт с лагеря, как получается, и и шел убивать сюда, правильно же, я не так же, пришел, тут команда мне дали убить, стрелять там, позицию занимать, окопы, да чего. Они вот так мне сказали. Я вот шел и все, это мясо, она не нужна, никому не нужно. Мне все говорят, что вы мясо, вы никому не нужны, вы будете лежать, там, и вас никто не заберет.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.